Okay, so let's talk about one single red dress, a runway walk that went absolutely viral, and a debate that honestly goes so much deeper than just fashion. We're gonna unpack Amelia Gray's huge moment at the Victoria's Secret fashion show and what it really tells us about passion, privilege, and family in the whole Nepo baby era.
So, set the scene. It's October 15th. It's the 2025 Victoria's Secret fashion show. The energy in the room is just electric. But there's one model, in one very specific look, who is about to basically set the entire internet on fire.
And right at the center of it all is 24-year-old Amelia Gray Hamlin. Now, she hit the runway in two pretty unforgettable outfits, but it was that first one, that was the one that really stopped the show and got everyone talking.
So you've got Carol G performing, and Amelia is just owning the catwalk in this incredible, sheer red mini dress. From the front, total head-turner. But the moment that went viral was when she turned around. The dress was completely backless, revealing a G-string thong and a whole lot of confidence. And social media, it just exploded.
But see, the story doesn't just end on the runway, not even close. It immediately spilled over onto social media, where her very, very famous family was watching. And, they had some thoughts.
And first stop, her mom, the one and only Lisa Rinna. At 62, she proudly reposted a video of that exact moment with a caption that was just pure, unadulterated mom pride. No notes, just full-on support for her daughter making such a bold statement.
And the love just kept on coming. Her older sister, 27-year-old Delilah Bell, shared this really sweet message, and it kind of gives us this little peek into their shared history. This wasn't just another modeling gig for Amelia. This was the finish line of a dream they'd had together since they were kids. But all this family support, as heartwarming as it is, it also brings us to a much bigger, much more complicated conversation, and it's one that Amelia herself has been super open about. And that is, of course, the Nepo baby debate. So, just so we're all on the same page, a Nepo baby is someone with famous parents, in Amelia's case, Lisa Rinna and actor Harry Hamlin, who people think might have gotten a leg up in their career because of who their family is. And this is a label Amelia has tackled head-on. And this slide right here, it just perfectly captures her take on it from a Vogue podcast interview. She basically pointed out that, unlike that classic "I was discovered on the streets" story, her journey was the complete opposite. She wasn't found. She was the one doing the finding.
She argues that this lifelong ambition is really what sets her apart. For her, it's not about how she got her start. It's about this deep, powerful passion that's been driving her since she was literally 5. That's her whole argument against the idea that she's just riding on her family's coattails. But, and this is what makes it so interesting, Amelia isn't trying to hide her background at all. She's actually really open about it. She flat out acknowledges her Nepo baby status and says she's grateful for the opportunities it gave her, which just adds this fascinating layer of self-awareness to the whole thing.
And she credits her family not just with, opening doors, but with giving her the work ethic and the motivation that fuels her. She points to her dad, Harry Hamlin, and his advice about loving what you do as a core principle for her entire life. Which brings us full circle, right? On one hand, you have this fierce, incredibly confident model just slaying on the runway. And on the other, you have this thoughtful, self-aware young woman who's trying to navigate the complexities of her public image. And those two sides of Amelia, they're totally connected. So what's the real takeaway here? In a world where privilege is obviously a huge factor, how do we measure success? Is it all about where you start, or is it about the passion and the drive you bring to the journey? Amelia's story doesn't really give us an easy answer, but man, it definitely gives us a lot to think about.